Zander Dark here. Today we're checking out the Wizard Cats demo from BigFrogg Studios. Craft limited spells, destroy hordes of enemies, and duel other master wizards. I put a link to the full game in chat up at the top. And thanks to BigFrogg Studios for shooting me the information about this and having me check it out. I'm already loving the art. So I'm pretty excited to play this. That is an absolutely adorable old orange cat. Let's craft your first spell. Drag the fireball rune into the first crafting table slot. Now drag the machine gun rune into the second crafting table slot. Okay. Now click craft. Now drag the crafted spell into your empty equip slot. Alright. Now close out of my shop. These are my assistants. Test your spells out on them. Once you've got a good handle, go into the portal. Alright. Oh, nice. Nice job completing the first round. You just earned a skill point. Press T to open your skill tree. Left click on the Ascension node to spend a skill point. This will unlock an additional crafting slot. Nice. You've activated the Ascension node. Now go visit my shop again. Alright. Buy the skill up shard by dragging it into your inventory. Left click to use it. Nice. You just got some skill points. Equip Arcana to spells to make them stronger. Drag the regular wand Arcana into an empty dotted slot next to your spells. Okay. We're gonna do the machine gun one. Why don't you test out your spells with the Arcana attached? Close out of my shop. You're ready. Oh my goodness. That's a major damage increase. Alright, I am loving this so far. We got a wizard duck. Let's see what the old fat orange cat has to sell us. So we got a greater ice spike, lightning pillar, augmentation rune with launch, 9.7% increased crit chance, 0.6 mana, 1.4 increased crit. Nice. 0.8 mana cost, greater ice spike, 30 and 8. Wait, that's two of the same thing. Heal me. While channeling this spell, gain 20 mana regenerate. So let's do this. So we'll move this to the electric balls. Then we'll get the mana charge. And so when I'm channeling the fireball machine gun spell, I'll get plus 20 mana regen. And then we'll do... We'll also do this so that when I'm using it, everything gets a plus 10 base fire damage and stacks up to 3 times. So that's awesome. Well, I like the idea of that. Welcome in, Necro. Good to see you. How's your day going so far? Tad the Amateur Wizard. Yep, my idea worked. Absolutely obliterated the boss. So let's see, we got Frost Orb. I like the idea of that. Lightning Ball, Lightning Arc. I feel that. I feel that totally. When I'm done with the this stream, I'll explain what's going on more in detail in voice. I think you'll understand. So I'm gonna swap out this. So no, wait a minute. Hold on. We'll do that. Ah, okay. So yeah, that's right. This is a crafting. So we'll do that. And we'll mix it with Lightning Arc. So wait a minute. Let's do lightning and ice and see what we get. Exactly what I expected it would be. Alright, and then we have uncast the next purifier spell gains 30 increased fire damage. Chat, I have an idea. Watch this. So we're gonna grab this. On cast, the next purifier spell gains plus 30% increased fire damage, and it stacks up to 3 times. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna stick it next to this purifier, which also gets plus 10 base fire damage and stacks up to 3 times from this. So we're gonna get a plus 30 and a plus 10 on the increased fire damage. This thing should decimate. So let's find out. Whoa. Oh my god. I think I might have just broken the game with DPS. That's absolutely mental. So what can I do to this regular ice spell? Let's see. The spell can no longer be cast by the player, but gains crit chance. On cast, gain increased cast speed for the next 10 seconds. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try it out. Yep, definitely works. I feel bad. They don't even get a chance. Let's see. Augmentation rune, mana cost, increased crit chance, increased damage, and then increased crit chance, and let's put a spell. Let's do we're cooking. We're cooking. So we made a really powerful but erratic lightning spell. And we're gonna give it increased damage. And we're gonna continue to break that. This boss should die like instantly. Let's try it out. Well, it wasn't instantly, but he definitely stood no chance. So let's see if we can get even more stupidly powerful here. Lightning components gain reduced mana cost. Alright. Fire components. Let's see. Heal for health. Gain 2 random lightning runes. Sweet. So what if we do lightning, that? Hey Sam, welcome in. What if we do fire meteor on top of that? Alright, we're cooking. So we made a fire lightning with fire meteor, lightning spark, and a greater lightning bolt. Let's see how it works. Try that. See how this works. Wow, that's big. And he's got a shield. I'm doing all right. We're checking out Wizard Cats right now. The publisher sent me information about it, wanted me to check it out, so I'm checking it out. And it's super fun so far. I'm definitely having mana problems, so we're gonna have to look to mana regeneration. Ouch! Alright. Alright, that was fun. Let's try it again. Ice Pillar, Greater Fireball. So let's do Greater Fireball. With a circling. So this should make a circling fireball is my guess. So let's try it out. Oh, that's cool. So it definitely uses a lot of mana. We'll see how well it goes. So there seems to be a little bit of homing on them, so that works. Nice. Right? I think I'm gonna build that up and go for that. And then add mana regen. Yeah, we don't talk about that on live streams. This isn't the place for drama. See ya. Alright, so I think I'm gonna build up a mana regen on this, and then just use this. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so let's pop base damage, increased damage. Here we go. So 20% increased damage. Plus another base damage. Let's enchant. Enchant an unenchanted elemental rune. Oh, they're all enchanted. Okay. Never mind. We'll hold on to that. Alright, let's see how this fireball thing's gonna work out. I've basically just created a build where press left click to die. I am the alpha, I am the omega cat. All will burn. All will perish. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. Let's keep building that up. Pillars have less damage. Gain 1 gold. I'm gonna reroll. Auto cast this spell every 0.5 seconds at the nearest enemy. Components in the spell cost plus 3 mana. No. Equipped to Pure Eyes. Plus 50 base damage. This bonus decreases by 1 each cast. Currently 50. I'm kind of curious. So let's take this one. Throw it on this. Let's grab this and see how bad the decay on the bonus is. Also, we have Meteorite. So what if I were to go... Oh. Can I sell? Yes, I can. Okay, hold on. Chat, hear me out. Hear me out. Just a sec here. We'll make something fun next round, I promise. I have an idea. Aberrant D&D Wizard stream, right? So we're gonna try this. Alright, that's decent. Now, let's try what we've been waiting for. That wasn't even fair to them. Alright, so I'm gonna do this, and then I want a homing greater meteorite. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna grab on cast your next spell itself not included. Players gain reduced mana. Alright, let's try that. Fireball and sort into funky tune here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try the new one. And then the proc. And then... yeah. Now we're cooking, literally. Okay, okay. I'm barely taking any damage. Okay, so we have... here we go. This is what I was looking for. So reduced mana. And then... yeah. I can do that too. I'm just better at it than you are. We're having roast duck tonight, chat. Get ducked. Alright, well... those enemies can absolutely duck off. Alright, so we got 100% bonus halves. No. On cast, auto cast this spell directly to the right of the spell? Okay, alright. So if we put this here... and we put the auto cast directly to the right, so we'll put this here And then the circle fireball. No, wait, no, we want... So, this, followed by this. There we go. Watch this. Wait, does what you're doing right now have any relation to why I can actually watch without compromising sleep? Could you elaborate a little bit on that, Necro? I'm not sure what you mean. Yep, that worked. At this point, I don't even need this. Alright, so let's see. We have another meteorite, so we could do this. Plus this. Copy the effects of the Arcana right of this one. I'm gonna keep that for later. Okay, I'll do that. All right, here we go. Absolutely got revenge on him. Alright. Got the effects of the Arcana right of this one. Actually, I can't use that because I have my build going here. As long as the spell is active, all spells gain 10 base fire damage. While channeling this spell, gain 20 mana regeneration. Alright, so this is dead. So we'll do this, which will regenerate mana. And then we'll grab the shard. Alright. They absolutely frogged me over. The messenger has gone through quiet speech to you. The what? see, augmentation. I'm gonna do ice meteorite this time, along with that. Check this out. We'll do an ice build this time. Ooh. Okay, so the frost meteorite is really nice. So let's see what we want to grab here real quick. All right, and we're having an ad break, so we'll be back here in a little bit. But so far, I am absolutely loving this. Cheese Lord is absolutely murdering people at the moment. Necro's chasing me down. I'm almost dead. Stream Elements is down. Cheese Lord's about to... Nope, Cheese Lord's healed. Betrayed by my own best friend. It's between Cheese Lord and Soto now. And Soto wins the Battle Royale. Congratulations. You won 500 donut holes. And we're back. Thank you so much for sitting through the ads. I have no control over them. They just have to happen. Let's get back to this Wizard Cats. I'm absolutely loving it. Alright, so I got this, so let's see what we can do here. Ooh. This Arcana gains 1% increased damage every time the spell kills an enemy wizard. Let's do it. And then let's do Greater Ice Meteorite. And we'll just put that over here until we have enough to create a new spell out of that. Yeah, if you're liking this, I put the link to the Steam page pinned to the top of the chat. This is a demo, so you can check this out right now. I like it. Really good pixel art, good non-intrusive annoying sound effects, decent music, lots of cool upgrades. Alright, now let's see if I can make something here. So we got the Greater Ice Meteorite. 14% increased damage. Yes, please. Then we're going to add an extra 10 base damage to it. So we'll put that there. This is going to hurt. See what we got here. If fire, ice, and lightning components are all active, the spell has... Okay. Enemies killed with this spell have a 10% chance to drop 1 gold. I mean, why not? And then... Lightning Strike. We'll just put that here until we can make something. So I'm having a hard time which does more DPS, if it's the typical fire like most games, or if there's a good balance. So far, ice seems equally devastating. Make something out of this. So we got Lightning Strike. Ooh, a homing Lightning Strike. Let's try that. So diminishing returns, but worth it in the beginning. So let's try that out. The fireball ducks are hardcore, man. So, we'll beat this. We'll beat this. I got pretty far last time. Let's see, we got a line. Following is really cool. So basically, it creates a trail of whatever you're casting right behind you as you walk. So technically, I could create a pillar of fire. So this plus this. We'll put that there, and then we'll do... Oh, I don't have enough to buy that. Just get rid of that. There we go. Let's try that out. Check it out, chat. I call this the Spicy Taco Bell Burrito build. Roast duck. Okay, I'm liking that one so far. Let's see what else we can do to it. Yep, that'll work. So because it's a channeled spell, this will work. So as long as the spell is active, all spells gain 10%, plus 10 base fire damage, stacks up to 3 times, so up to plus 30. So we're gonna do that. Wait, what's this? Create a wall of fire? Wait a minute. Okay. So, yeah, let's do that. That. Plus that. So we'll hold on to that until we can create something, but I think that'll be good. Alright, let's try this out. Okay, so I want to create a wall. Can I create a wall of ice? What about a wall of electricity? Let's see what happens here. An exploding lightning wall. Okay. And then 20% increased damage. ice. Wait, hold on. How about a fire and ice meteorite combined? And there we go. We'll make it cheaper to cast. Let's try this out. Oh my god. I've literally made a click and die build with the ability to run away. Wow. Can we make it even better? We'll add some base damage to the regular one. Wow. So my flaming cat gas and my exploding meteorites are working overtime for this build. On cast, other spells gain plus 20 base fire damage for the next 10 seconds. Ooh. Okay. So we cast Fireball, then we cast everything else. But first, let's do Fire Pillar with an aura and see what happens. The crafting in this is really cool. So this should be an aura. Oh boy. This should be good. So we'll do E and then that's just pure murder. On cast, the next pure fire spell gains 30% increased fire damage, stacking up to 3 times. So if I cast this first, and then everything else gets increased damage. That's insane. Also, we'll just add that. Why not? We'll hold on to it, actually. Let's try this out. So, E and then That's crazy powerful. So we need to build up this aura. Let's see what we can do to it. I'm hooked on this. And this is just the demo, guys. Imagine what the full game's going to be like. Let's do... Let's see... So, I think the fireballs on the ducks are too powerful, to be honest. I have not been able to make it past round 7, no matter what. So, maybe a little balancing on the fireballs, just a little bit. Everything else seems perfect so far. Let's try... Oh, this is interesting. Let's try... a quad ice meteorite. Nice. So if we prioritize ranged attacks, we might be able to get around the ducks once they start having revolving fireballs. So let's see what we can do here. That. Hell yeah. So this is going to make it a lot more powerful. For now, are these a ball type? Our ice component. Oh, none of this is good right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. Alright, let's see if we can improve this. Where am I at on health? Good on health. Here we go. Some reduced mana cost. And I can make a turret? Hold on a second, chat. Now we're talking. Yep, that worked. Alright, so we got some skill points. Unlock a new spellcrafting slot. Yeah, let's make our spells more powerful. Increase maximum health. Increase base ice damage. Do that. Mana regeneration. Nice. Alright, let's make this one more powerful. Alright. Okay. Let's try that. See how this works. None shall pass. Let's go. Alright. So, wait, hold on. We'll do that. That. Oh, I don't have enough. Alright, so let's try this out. So doing this should autocast this. Yes. No. I've absolutely broken the game. Theoretically, as long as I keep this up, nothing should get to me. And this is what I love about the kind of games that let you craft your own spell combos. Is breaking the game. Alright, let's see what else we can do. So, sell that. We need a new spell, so let's do... So we'll do a pillar that revolves but doesn't move. And then we'll add more damage to it. Oh god, chat. Oh god. What have I created? Let's try it out on this poor helpless frog wizard, shall we? Anybody want roasted frog legs? Alright, let's see if I can make this worse. Alright, so currently it's stationary and revolves. So what if I make it targeted? Wait, no, hold on. Here we go. Oh, I don't have enough. Well, we might as well use this. And I fell into a burning ring of fire, right? Wait, bazooka? Alright. So let's do bazooka. With lightning. No, I don't have enough. So we'll just make a lightning bazooka. Just in case we have fire and ice resist later on. Sweet. Oh my goodness. It's huge. Okay, and we have some skill points, so... We need more mana regen. More health. And a new spellcrafting slot. And then we need more fire damage. Okay, we definitely need health. What? We tried that. And that. more mana regen. All right. Wow, talk about a Zerg. So it's definitely a difficult game. And I can't seem to get past like round 7 and 8 no matter what I do. So there's definitely a huge difficulty spike between like round 5 and round 7. And I think that the amount of mobs coming out for a single player game and the amount of damage that they're doing is a bit much. So I think maybe toning it down just a tad would be good. Because although I want to keep going, I feel like other players may actually start to get frustrated at this point and then give up entirely. And we got an ad break, so we'll see you back here in about a minute. And we are back. So I'm going to go ahead and give it my all for a couple more runs, and then we're going to go ahead and call it. But yeah, I put the link to the game up at the top. So if you like it, want to try it out, try out the demo, and wishlist the game. I'm definitely, if I'm not provided a key for the full game, I am definitely going to be buying it regardless. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so we know fire works really well. But let's try a pure lightning build this time. So let's see. So lightning arc. Let's try spawn. See what we get out of this. Oh no. Oh no, chat. It's on. So it's good, but I think we need to do something to make it better. So what if we autocast it? And then what if we gave it a mana reduction? Let's try it out. So if we can get mana upkeep on it, it'll be really good. So what if we went rapid fireball? No, hold on. I said I was doing a pure lightning build. What if we did a rapid lightning ball? And then we did that. Because we're not getting much in the way of mana upkeep items yet, so we just kind of gotta roll with what we got. So, definitely not a good build. Yeah, we're cooked on this one. So we'll try it again. That didn't count. Alright, so we got a targeted. So let's go targeted lightning ball. Go targeted lightning ball. We'll get rid of fire. Alright, this could be a good one. A little too early to tell. Wait, chat, I can literally fire it while moving. This could be godlike. And I don't think I need this other one, just this. Alright, so let's see if we can make it better. There we go. Let's do that. This might be the build, chat. Alright. Let's do more base lightning damage. And then let's create a lightning pillar that follows me. Let's try it out. Nice. He didn't even get the cast. Chat, he just literally went down without a fight. Alright, so now we need some mana regen. And we'll go here. We're going to swap this, give this 20% increased damage. Honestly, I'm not even needing this at the moment, but explosion in this spell. So I need a new spell. So let's see. Double damage and an explosion. And we'll put this on E. And that'll be my my contingency plan if they get close. It's absolutely insane. I don't even think I need this. So let's see what we got. We got cursor. Slow. So we'll do cursor. Wait, hold on. Cursor, reroll. Do a pillar. And we'll have to wait till next round to make something, chat. Alright, and we want more mana regen. I am death, the furry destroyer of worlds. We're not even needing this, so I'm just gonna toss it. Alright, so lightning spark, lightning arc. So we want targeted spark. Wait, hold on. I have a skill point. We want to unlock that. There we go. So we want an increased damage that follows the cursor, and it's a spark. And then we want to add mana regen while channeling. And then we'll have it auto cast. Wait, never mind. That doesn't work right. That's fine. Nice. See, I want to get that to autocast eventually. I feel bad for him. But this didn't turn out to be very good. So I'm going to make a pillar with increased damage. And we're going to hold on to this until I have the money. Because right now we're absolutely getting carried with the main spell right here, so... That was close. Okay. We'll add an extra slot. So we're going to do a lightning pillar with increased damage. That follows my cursor. So a lightning pillar with increased damage that follows my cursor. And then we're going to add an increased damage to it. This thing is going to be brutal. You know, not as cool as I thought it'd be. Oh well. Okay. So now I think we need more health. And honestly, I think this thing sucked. So let's create... triggers. Encircling. Let's hold on to the encircling rune. And we'll make something next round. We're farther than they were before, I'll tell you that. Alright. I think we got something, chat. And then we'll give ourselves more health. Okay. Let's do lightning ball. Multiple lightning ball. And then we'll add the encircling, and we'll see what happens. Okay. And then we'll give it a reduced mana cost. Okay, all right. Oh, we almost got him, chat. We almost got him. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pause for a moment to express some thoughts about the demo so far. And then we'll be taking off for the day. So this game is really, really fun. It has a really, really nice art direction, decent sound effects, nice chip tunes. There could be a little bit more variety in the music, but it's good for what's there. Positives are really good theory crafting with your building and your spells and stuff. There's a lot of cool combinations and probably a lot that I haven't even discovered yet. Lightning is extremely powerful, especially when you use like homing and like lightning bolts and stuff. What I have noticed is that the difficulty spike is pretty harsh. Right around like after round 5, if you absolutely do not have the right build, you will fail most likely. Theory crafting is fun, so I would like to see a little bit of a less of a difficulty spike so that it would encourage the user to play around with the theory crafting and the spells more rather than stick to some meta build or something that is found in the community. I'm not a meta build gamer, but there are meta build gamers out there. Inevitably, there always will be somebody that finds a meta and uses it. But in games like this, I find that's not the fun part. The fun part is discovering the new combinations. The bosses are really fun. However, they seem a bit spongy later on. And so it just kind of whittles down to a battle of attrition, which is what I think I just noticed with the secondary boss for the intermediate stage. However, that said, with a little balancing, this is definitely a 9 out of 10. I can see somebody paying $15 for this, even $20, as long as there's enough content involved. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, is it worth it? Absolutely. Did I have fun? Absolutely. I don't really have a lot of criticism about it that is on the negative side. So yeah, chat, if you enjoyed Wizard Cats from BigFrogg Studios, go ahead and check out the link at the top of my chat. That'll take you to the Steam page and you can wishlist it and try the demo for yourself. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you later.